folks, Paul Perez back in Saxland once again, and man, have I got some goodies for you. Mr. Gary Sugal has been very busy getting his line together and trying to find a more affordable mouthpiece and redesigning a few older designs and all new material, all kinds of crazy stuff. So I wanted to play and share with you a few different things. First of all, the JB 101, and if you can see that, you can see that it has a duckbill, and which is not for everybody, but I don't mind the slope of a duckbill at all. And in fact, I actually prefer it over the wider mouthpieces myself. But this was originally designed with Jerry Bergonzi, and for me, if you're like me and you have a tough time blowing large chambered mouthpieces, and you know, anytime you play something like that that comes out stuffy or a little tubby, you need a little more baffle than those have to offer, I think this is a great alternative for that. This has a little bit more baffle slope in it, and this one is a 9, and the optimum size, the size that this was offered at was a 7-star, and I can tell just by blowing this one that would be, I mean, at a 7-star, this would be just a killer mouthpiece. That would probably be the perfect size, maybe an 8. I think a 9 is pushing the limit of how, you know, this design and how it's going to play. This design plays well for me, and let me give you a shot of it, and so you can decide for yourself what you think. That's a real good shot of how it plays, and if I was going to play in a sax section and needed to blend a little better than some of the other mouthpieces that I play, this would probably be what I'd grab, because it's you know, it's got a high enough ceiling on it. It's not so in your face that you can't cover it up and get inside of a section and sound great. For those of you that don't mind the slim design and don't mind the duckbill, I would think a 7-star and an 8 would be really fine mouthpiece for you. So that is the JB 101, the first mouthpiece designed by Gary Sugal. Now, for those of you that feel like that kind of body style is too slim for your mouth, and you'd like something a little wider, Gary did make the JB Pro 2, which is this mouthpiece right here. This is a copper mouthpiece with a wider, you can see it's got the wider beak and the blue insert, all of that. And it looks slim, but this is a Selmer 404, the same lig that you use on a Link. So the body is not that small, even though it's slimmer. But this also does have that bigger baffle, and when I play this reminds me of some more familiar territory that I'm used to, playing larger baffled mouthpieces. And I think you hear right away the difference in the quality of sound, which is this. With that bigger baffle, you're just going to have that more in your face, more beef, much different mouthpiece than the JB 101. But if you prefer a more normal beak, or regular beak, I should say, this is a mouthpiece that you could look into. I like the less baffled mouthpiece just because it's got the more open low end, but I can't imagine why this wouldn't speak for you. And as always, finding the right reed is most important. This particular mouthpiece really likes a medium soft lavaz, which is different than I would normally play, but that's the reed that's got my sound in it. So be sure, if you decide to try one of these mouthpieces, you do the reed dance get every reed you can get your hands on and put it on here and find out what reed it likes. It's very solid, what I'm more close to what I'm used to when I play a Sugal mouthpiece. Definitely a lot of power, a lot of punch, and different, a little different than the KW and the MB. So give that some thought, and I've got a few more things to show you.